So a lot of stuff are not spoken about ahead of time before you get pregnant. There's no like girl talk conversations surrounding what pregnancy is like, right? You really don't have those conversations until after you have the baby and you start going to like mommy groups. There's no like pregnancy groups, and I think that's a good idea. Maybe there should be pregnancy groups, because I found out so many things during my pregnancy, and you know, everybody's pregnancy is different, but there are some similarities. There are some things that other moms may experience that others don't, but you know, and that's the wonderful thing about community. So I think meetups for pregnant moms, I think that'll be a really good idea. But anyway, let me get into my top 5 shocking things that I learned during my pregnancy or I had to go through. So get ready, all right? Hey mamas, it's Latasha Alana here, and welcome back to Faith Fit Mom. Today I'm going to be talking about the top 5 shocking things I found out during my pregnancy phase. So this video is mostly for women who plan to get pregnant and moms to be, women who are pregnant all now, okay? But if you're already a mother, you might have experienced some of these things that I'm about to share, okay? So number 1, you may get hit on by a lot of men. Now, I'm from a big city, New York City, Brooklyn to be exact, and there's people all around all day long. You see tons of people. When you go outside, you see a lot of people. Now, other states, this may not be the case, but in New York, there's just people all over, right? And so I'm from the hood, okay? The hood, so you know, yeah. If y'all from Brooklyn, you know what I'm talking about, you know. One thing I love about my pregnancy, because everybody's not like this, okay? You get this amazing glow. Now, all women don't get that glow. Some women, they get a big nose, they get acne, like breakouts, they swell, you know, they get really, really big or whatever. Now, me, I just, being that I'm already slim, I put on weight. However, like, I mean, my butt, thighs, everything just was like, boom, you know, my breast, everything. So, I would be like at the store or walking down the street and men would be trying to holler. I mean, like really. But if they're behind me, they're not gonna really see. And I remember one time, I don't know if I was in a store or I was walking in the street, and I turned around and the guy was like, oh, I'm sorry, ma, I'm sorry, you know, and he kept it moving. But some other men, oh my gosh, they like, whoever the daddy is, God bless him. I'm like really? Really? Seriously, you want to, you know, still hit on me, still got something to say? Like, some things just need to be set. You know, you got to keep certain things to yourself. Like, some of these men need some, like, etiquette on how to talk to women, especially pregnant women, because our hormones are just, like, all over the place. And I just thought that was very disrespectful. And it was more than one. Okay, it's more than one occasions where this has happened. So, number 1, you may get hit on, some men. It depends on where you live, you know, because Brooklyn is just a whole nother country in itself. So, and New York overall is just like separate. It should be like separate from the United States. Like how. Number 2, people may look at you weird, especially other women. Now, my pregnancy was during the later half of winter. Actually, no, it was from like January. I found out I was pregnant in like February. Yeah, I found out I was pregnant in February after a conference in January. Or it might have been like the last few days of January. Anyway, so I was pregnant during the winter, the spring, and summer. And I gave birth at the end of summer in September. So, you know, summertime, you're wearing your flowy, your dresses, your maxi dresses. Maxi dresses were a lifesaver. And your maternity clothes. But when I was like just starting to show that awkward phase during your pregnancy, where you're just starting to show, people are looking at you like, I'm walking down the street and people are looking at me like, I'm like, yo, am I an alien? Like, do I have, like, they looking at me like something weird is wrong with me. Obviously, I'm pregnant. I'm small. I'm carrying. I'm with child. Okay. So, I mean, like, I could not believe how many women were staring at me strangely. I thought, like, I would get a lot of like smiles or congratulations, because that's what I do. When I see a pregnant woman, I might smile at them, or I'll say congratulations, you know, God bless, something. But some of these women was just like looking at me so strange, and it felt very uncomfortable, just like the men who were hitting on me. So it could be very uncomfortable. So I'm giving you guys a heads up just in case it happens to you. All right. Number 3. So this was really shocking. You have to get insurance for your unborn baby. Now, I don't know if this is everywhere and in every case, but at the time when I was told that I need insurance for my child who wasn't even born yet, I didn't understand. But I figured now, like, in case something happens during your pregnancy, like, you know, you might lose the baby or whatever, your baby is covered. The insurance covers whatever, like, mishaps may have, right? So I went to the WIC office one day for an appointment, and I was filling out all the paperwork, and I happened to bring my insurance card and everything. And so the lady asked me, do you have insurance for your baby? And I was like, no, I need insurance for my baby. Like, she's like, yes. I'm like, and I'm saying to myself, like, how would I know that? Like, the way she said it to me was like, yeah, you should know. How would I know that? Nobody tells you about these things. There's no like rule book or anything. So I was just really shocked. I assumed once you have your own insurance, you will, you know, you just call up the insurance company and let them know you're pregnant or whatever, or you just had a baby and you want them added to your insurance. Now, I don't know if this is everywhere, but this was my case. And so, you know, you automatically put your child on your insurance, or, you know, but no, that wasn't the case. I had to apply. I had to call up my insurance company and apply. And a few weeks later, I got a card in the mail that said under the name part, unborn. I'm like, yo, I don't even have a name for my kid, you know, so it was so weird, you know. It's like, I don't even have a name for my son yet, and I have to apply for insurance. So when it came in, it said unborn 1 or something like that. It was the weirdest thing. It was so funny, but I get it now. Just in case if something happens, your baby is covered and you're covered, right? So that was pretty shocking, but it's good to know in case you have to go through it, all right? Number 4, you may have a different doctor delivering your baby. What do I mean by that? During your pregnancy, you have tons of appointments, and so you're gonna see like one particular doctor throughout the whole pregnancy, but you may not, that necessarily may not be the doctor that's delivering your baby, because you don't know when you're going to deliver, and you don't know if that doctor is going to be on call or scheduled to come in the hospital that time. So you want to make sure that however you're setting up your birthing plan, I didn't have a birthing plan, but make sure you discuss these things with your doctor. You've asked them all the questions. Are you going to be delivering my baby? If the answer is no, and you feel uncomfortable and you're adamant on having that one person, that one doctor delivering your baby since you've been seeing him throughout the whole pregnancy, then make sure you make that clear and distinct and that they are available. But the thing is, you don't know when you're going to have the baby, and that doctor may not be around. He might be on vacation, or he just may not be on call to come into the hospital that day. So you want to maybe hire a midwife or hire a doula so that you're very comfortable, or you can go to a birthing center. I didn't have the same doctor during my appointments that delivered my son. I had a totally different doctor. I had never met him in my life. All these people were brand new. We were trying to wait until my midwife came that I was seeing throughout the pregnancy, but she could not get there in time, and I pushed my baby out in 28 minutes. So it wasn't happening. She got there after, I think she got there like hours later. You know, she did come, but she got there hours later, and I had already pushed him out. I was resting and everything. So it's interesting. Just keep that in mind and make sure that you discuss all of that during your birthing plan with your doctor, you know, and ask all the questions that you need so that you're sure of if you want to stick with that doctor or do a different, you know, option. Okay. And number 5, say goodbye to sleep until your child is about 1.5, 2 years old. You will start to feel, in your 3rd trimester is when your baby is like really like moving around. Your baby's getting ready to come out, okay? And if they're just like kicking, my son, I felt like he was doing somersaults. He was trying to stand up. He was running in my stomach. I don't know what my son was doing, but he was doing a whole lot. He was doing the most, okay? He was doing the most. And it seemed like he would, be more active when it was time for me to lay down and go to sleep. So I don't know if he felt like my body and move, you know, like lay down. And so he's like, wait, what's going on here? I don't like this way. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I guess they could feel it, but that's when you're trying to go to sleep. That's when they want to be the most busiest. You know, all throughout the day, you're roaming around, doing what you got to do, shopping and cleaning up, and they're fine. You might feel a little knocks here and there, but the minute you lay down, it's like playtime. All right, yeah. You know, I'm like, yo, what are you doing in there? Like, and the funny thing is, you can't tell them to stop because they don't know. So that was very interesting. So say goodbye to sleep, and then once your baby comes, sleep time is really over, okay? It's over. You will have bags under your eyes. I thought I would never feel not tired ever again. I felt tired every single day. And then when you add breastfeeding to it, that's even more, makes things even more draining and exhausting. So say goodbye to sleep. Your child, your baby is like definitely team no sleep in your stomach. # team no sleep, okay? So, and they're all for it because they're gonna keep you up and they're gonna keep you busy, all right? So I hope these top 5 shocking things were very useful to you and gave you, or is giving you, a heads up on what to expect. And if you would like to find out more, because I do have a lot more to share, you can check out my blog at faithfitmom.blog. That's faithfitmom.blog. And the title for that is the top 12 things that they don't tell you about during your pregnancy. So check that out. If you have gone through any of these, definitely leave a comment below and let me know if you did, you know, this happened to you, or share with me one of your pregnancy surprises that really threw you off guard. Follow me on Instagram at Latasha Alana. I love to be on Instagram and sharing like really fun and cool Instagram stories. So make sure once you follow me, you're looking at my Instagram stories. And yeah, check out the blog, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Latasha Alana, and you're watching Faith Fit Mom.